All right, y'all. We're live on YouTube and uh, TikTok here. We got a few days left here, by the way. So in general, you still can travel. If the question earlier was, can you travel outside the United States as a resident? Yes, generally. Okay, the typical information advice. Of course, please know this is social media. I'm not supposed to provide you. I cannot provide you legal advice. You guys schedule a meeting one on one, but I can share some information, some insights. Okay, so if you have any kind of arrest, any kind of criminal history, you do definitely want to provide that paperwork and consult with an immigration attorney about that. Because some people, and with regards to that, some people have traveled inside and out of the United States and have not been stopped in the sense that been further questioned. Now, so in some situations, they should have been questioned, right? But not everyone is not every crime, not every arrest requires to be referred to immigration court. So it depends on the crime. Every crime criminal requirements is different within the state level. So that's why you have to consult an attorney for every type of crime. Okay, just to double triple check. Now, in terms of that auntie's video, I do quotations because it's not like I check the birth certificates or something. So I'm just gonna go for what the person said, but to be cautious. Now, I don't think that person was lying. Whoever was, I think it appeared at what that person says, like, oh, they just came back from the airport because they intended to pick up the niece. And apparently, allegedly, the niece was sent back on a plane. Okay, or something like that. Okay, we don't know all the facts. And that person had resident status. Now, based on my thinking, just trying to trace back without knowing them at all. Okay, keep that in mind. But just trying to trace back. Maybe that person, maybe that niece had conditional resident status. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't know all the facts. They didn't provide it to me or us to the public. And that's because that person's not auntie's not an immigration attorney, so they don't maybe not don't know what to share. So um, let's see here. So just keep that in mind. So you can still travel. All right. Hamid, I think you said you want to join earlier. And by the way, on YouTube, I don't know why it does his background. Okay, I have no idea what's going on there. Or someone was waiting. AZ, you're still waiting? Your case is still waiting? Is that what you're saying? All right, so let's get Kelly Bear. You have a pending 485 application, and your dad just passed away. I'm sorry to my condolences. Do you think it's okay for you to get an emergency? Um, so they don't expedite 485. That's if that's what you're referring to, emergency. Is your dad your sponsor, Kelly Bear? Then we definitely need to talk, okay? Talk to my team about that. Who was your sponsor, Kelly Bear? Oh, emergency travel? Right, that makes sense. That's a typical situation for travel. Emergency travel, you first you have to file the 131. Have you filed a 131 application? Yeah, you then in that case, yeah, you could try to expedite and at least have some maybe like a scanned copy of the death certificate. And you have to oh, we have not. Okay. That's the first thing you gotta do is file the 131. So for anyone for anyone's wondering about like expedite request, that was started as a discretionary request. Not really, it's not even an application, discretion request because of the pandemic. But keep in mind, we're 5 years out from the pandemic. So it's not a formal, like again, it's not on the USCIS website. There is a page about it, but there's not a button you can pick to file online. You have to do it on your online account. Basically, you type up a letter. We used to have it where the process was just call them, but honestly, I thought that was not organized in a sense. The workflow was horrible, and um, paper snow ghost. Senator Booker's still going? Really? Oh my God. I saw him talking last night on TikTok. Special election right now. Which election or is it a vote? The vote for the government spending? Is that what's going on? Shoot, I don't even NPR article. 15 hours and counting? Oh my goodness. Now that is amazing. I was interning in New Jersey when he was a mayor back then in Newark, New Jersey. I'm impressed. Is this the vote for the government shutdown? Okay, that's what it looks like. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, Kelly Bear, you should be able to do that online. The 131 application to file it online. There is actually a button on that. Okay, if you need the website page, let us know. Um, let's see. Thank you for everyone's questions. Again, I'm trying to multitask here. Let's see. For some reason on YouTube, it has this virtual background. It's kind of weird. Hmm. Okay, so all right. If you have a pending, you're welcome. You're welcome, Kelly Bear. All right, so I'm here for probably 15 more minutes. So if you have questions, welcome to drop in the comment section. What's up, Chris? Welcome, just comment, or you can join as a guest. Okay. Now, sooner the better, because I don't have much time. Okay, and I appreciate your time. I don't want y'all to hang out too long. Um, I know TikTok wants us to hang out, or in YouTube longer. Let's see. I have an interview today for a client. Okay. I'm actually covering for another attorney and we're going to get it done. Okay. We're going to get it done. I'll report back. Of course, I'll get permission from clients to share some information um, with y'all, anything that I can without crossing, of course, disclosing confidential information. CCF, a family member is a permanent resident who is, I don't know if that's what you meant to phrase your question. Marco, I want to take the EB3, but it's going to be hard with a labor certificate for only me wanting that job. Uh-huh. But it's going to be hard with, you mean the labor certification process? I don't really understand your question. Sorry. AZ, you're still waiting to join the guest list or what you trying to do? When did you file your case? Chuck, how hard is VAWA getting approved now under new administration? I mean, new administration is, I don't know exactly how it was done with Biden administration in terms of scrutiny or reviewing cases. So Trump is gonna, with a new president, Trump is going to do Trump administration going to scrutinize cases. Okay, is it going to be hard? I wouldn't say it's going to be harder. I would just say you have to have the facts. Okay, you have to have the facts. You can't apply for a VAWA and then not even provide a letter. What we call like a declaration, or we call it affidavit. If you don't provide the facts, then something's wrong. If you have an attorney and they didn't ask you or advise you to write a letter, for example, to to support that I-360 application, for example, there was an attorney, a Nigerian American attorney in what's it called? Um, Let me pull it up. I just recorded a video about that a couple weeks ago. I'm looking at the memo here, the news, immigration news here with USCIS. Sent to prison for 70 months. Yeah, former Bronx former attorney. Sorry, I shouldn't say what nationality he is. Um, Former immigration attorney Kofi is the first name. Yeah, he the press release here for him says made a mockery of the USCIS system. So blame that asshole, okay? Because he committed fraud by filing the I-360 and not even providing a letter. So that's a clue. If you have an attorney or a consultant, notary, paralegal that doesn't work for a law firm currently, there's a lot of paralegals out there. No offense to them, but like a lot of paralegals run their own business. They do what they do, but buyer beware. Okay, for you to hire someone who's not an attorney, you just need to you need to understand the situation. Sure, I get it. Everyone has a budget, but look, if you file I-360 and there's no letter from the person who was abused verbally or physically, that you should know that's something wrong. And if you didn't sign the forms, which you would think like why would they do that, right? Like why would that professional do that? So maybe because of that asshole, which actually that person was convicted. This guy was indicted and pled guilty during Biden administration. Just to let y'all know, that was not done under Trump administration. That was done under Biden administration. So anyway, I won't go into politics right now. All right, we got ST.
Alright.
Hey, what's going on, ST? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I did.
How can I help you?
I've got a question. Sorry. Basically, I literally just moved there this year, like January. And I came on a K1 visa from London, and I filed. Obviously, got married and everything. For the adjustment of status and stuff. Like last week, I got a letter about fingerprint. To go and do biometric and stuff. So
Okay.
I've done that. So my question is roughly how long do you think it's gonna take to get like obviously green card and the work authorization to work and stuff like that? Do you know how long it take roughly?
So you file 765 along with all the other forms.
Yeah, with 485 as well.
That's good. So generally 5 months, generally on average. Yeah, I know it's
So
a
that's
long.
no way can be like faster at all.
Well, they haven't completely gotten rid of the expedite request, but you have to. Do you have an online USCIS account?
No, I've got an email where I can track my status of my case and stuff. So I've got a case number and just said updated to show fingerprint.
Okay, I'm not sure. To be honest, I'm not sure if I understand what you just said, but usually USCIS will mail a letter, a notice, a piece of paper that says like, "Here's your online access account number." So you use that to create that account. If you need at least a website, you can email us and we'll send it to you. Okay, but you still need some kind of access code.
Yeah, so I've got like a case number.
Hmm.
So
Okay,
they
I
just said
can't.
sorry, receipt number, sorry.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that's gonna be completely helpful, but um, okay. Well, I hope that answers your question.
No, thank you.
All right, take care.
Appreciate
And something funky is happening on here. I think I clicked on the wrong one, guys. Uh, of course, I'm trying to. Well, I'll just take that off for now. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Next person. All right. If you joined, yes. Oh my God, what is going on my iPad? This is nuts. Sorry, guys. No, I'm trying to. Dadgummit. There we go. Okay, getting the next person on. All right, what's going on? How can I help you?
Hello,
Hi.
sorry, can you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead. How can I help you?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. What's your question? Maybe it's the signal. And for those on YouTube, can you hear in general?
Sir?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
I can always hear
So
you.
I press interview my second my first interview, but it was cancelled. There and then schedule like new interview.
Okay. You got the new one already?
So yes, they are scheduled like new interview. Why they are canceled like first one like we passed like everything is good like but they are canceled like I'm waiting like 5 months.
Oh, 5 months, bro. Bro, 5 months is not a long time. You shouldn't complain about 5 months.
Nah.
5 months from when you sent the case in? Let's clarify that.
Okay. So
You guys are hilarious.
yeah, after interview I wait like 5 months.
Oh, after interview. Okay. But when did you file your case? Which month and which year?
2024 June like the 7th of June.
June 2024? Okay, so you're about, in general, 9 months, if the math is correct. Maybe 9 months?
Yeah, 9 months. My first interview was November 13th.
Yeah. That's okay. It got canceled. You didn't do anything wrong. Maybe
Yeah.
the USCIS. It's just like court. Sometimes they cancel hearings, whatnot. You didn't do anything wrong. Sometimes you can't ask why. You can ask, but it's sometimes not a reason. Okay, just let y'all know.
So, sir, but I'm not received like sir, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Just got to go forward. Can you hear me? Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I didn't receive any like work permit. So they are just reschedule interview. They don't give me anything.
Okay.
I send the request. Like 2 times.
Inquiry.
But
Okay.
they are not answer.
Okay. What did you send in request? Like an inquiry on the online system, or you called in?
Yes.
Okay. And it's been 30 days probably for you
since
that. Okay. Yeah. See, there's an example that Trump is messing y'all up. Okay, because you're wanting some kind of status, right? So, but ultimately, one of the things we do is file a lawsuit against USCIS, but it's too early. I know you're probably confused and frustrated, whatnot, because you got the interview notice earlier before you got canceled. They're not canceling you, okay? It's just some cases get rescheduled, okay, ultimately. Yeah, it would be nice if they said rescheduling, but they usually use the word rescheduled if they actually have a new date for you. But once it gets to 15 months, hopefully it doesn't take that long for you or for anyone else. But if it gets to 15 months, then definitely contact my team here at Green Card Guys, and we can file a mandamus lawsuit. Okay, but it's too early. You're about halfway.
No, it's too early. I mean, sir, it's totally fine. Yeah.
Yeah, your case is normal so far. Yep. Nothing wrong yet. Okay. Nothing wrong.
So second interview gonna be like separate or together?
I don't know. We can't predict the future. Kind of. Sometimes we can predict, like if someone contacts, like we got a lot of requests the past couple weeks because of Trump, and then people realize they're going to get scheduled for interview. We got a lot of requests, and we were looking at the file. Thank you, Dave, for the hat. We can tell that in some situation, okay, these people are not gonna get separated to have it together, which is better. But if they get separated, we can sometimes predict that. But I can't without reviewing your file. I don't know. Okay, but that's an example. Like that's part of our strategy session. If you would like us to just take a glimpse of your file, to do a full review of your file, that you would need to sign up with us for representation. Do you have a lawyer, by the way?
What's that?
Do you have a lawyer?
No, I don't have. just myself.
Okay, and that's okay. There's a lot of people here on the channel here at Green Card Guys community that filed themselves. It's all good. But when you get that interview notice, before you get the interview notice, like today, it sounds like you're driving, so be safe, please. Save my information because you never know when you need it. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Okay, okay. So
Thank you.
I appreciate, sir. Maybe
Absolutely.
I'm gonna connect.
All right. Take care. I gotta get to the next person. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All righty. All right. All righty. Thank you so much. I know there's a lot of people waiting in the guest list. Apologies to people. I guess this doesn't affect y'all on YouTube. What's up, the G? You are the G. Can I tell you about TPS? Okay, I know there's a lot of questions about TPS. Also, it's all about the T's, travel and TPS. I pulled it up. Man, I didn't go to sleep until I didn't even go live show last night, and um, I'm actually, but I didn't go to sleep until late because I was doing a lot of other stuff for the law firm. Where is it at? I pulled it up somewhere. Man, y'all are quick. Y'all keeping me on my toes because this just happened yesterday, I believe. Okay, yeah, just yes, man. Y'all a tough crowd, but I gotta know the information ASAP for you guys. Okay. Well, the first thing I'd say about TPS, at least with respect to Venezuelans, is a positive thing thus far. Okay, it's not a final outcome. It doesn't appear so. Because I was listening to someone else that was recording it on TikTok live, actually. So thank you to that person. But I could tell that that judge, I think his last name was Chen, by the way. Oh yeah, that's right, District Judge Edward Chen in San Francisco, and paused Homeland Security Christy Noyems. I don't even know how to say her last name. My bad. Hopefully she won't get mad at me. Decision, but I don't care. Decision to remove the temporary protected status from hundreds of thousands. So pause. It's just paused. That the rescission has been paused. Okay. So let's see what else. TPIT. Okay, that's it. Oh no, there's more. Okay, these articles. I'm trying to see here, but I'm gonna. Okay, here we go. In his ruling, Chen wrote that the State Department still categorizes Venezuela as a level 4 do not travel country, which, by the way, they did that for Iraq. It still is for Iraq since November, I believe. Um, anyway, they put it as level 4 do not travel due to the risk of wrongful detention, crime, and poor health infrastructure. Well, isn't that interesting? Is that what we do in America too? Wrongful detention and provide people poor health insurance? Hmm. Or no health insurance? Okay. Oh snap. He went that far. The judge and who is an appointee of Democratic president, of course they had to add that, Barack Obama, also said that Noam and Trump had made discriminatory public statements about Venezuelan TPS holders by implying they were criminals imposed a financial burden. God damn, he went there. Bravo, Judge Chen. That's amazing. All right, sorry if I clapped in your ear. My bad. Quote, generalization. You know what? Let me see if I can share this on the YouTube. I just hate all these ads. Okay, there we go. Bravo, Judge 10. That's amazing. Okay, sorry, y'all. I know there's a lot of questions, but this is important news. Okay, let me see if we can make this a little larger for y'all. Okay, there we go. Oh, I like Safari. It just shows the reader. What? Oh, and then blocked everything. Okay, they gave an AI summary. That didn't help. Come on, AI. Okay. I need to still know some information. Okay. Damn, he went that far. Okay, quote. This is what the judge said. If you hang out with me just for a little bit more, I'll stay on a little bit longer. Generalization of criminality to the Venezuelan TPS population as a whole is baseless and smacks of racism predicated on generalized false stereotypes, adding that Venezuelan TPS holders were more likely to hold bachelor's degrees than US citizens and less likely to commit crimes than the general US population. Holy smokes. End quote. Oh, he did that. Okay. He did that. Uh-oh. All right, so what does that mean? Y'all want to know, can you still apply for it? Okay. If you're still within the window to apply registration wise, then yes, go for it. But let me see if I can find what it says on the USCIS website about Venezuelans specifically. Okay. And if I can, I'll do a more thorough video later, but let's see. If you have it, if you don't see, the thing is, if you already have it but it's about to expire or already expired, then you might as well just renew it. I know it costs money, but at least you can extend your work permit and then also your driver license, right? Because you don't get more tickets, more fines. But we don't. At the same time, I don't know what the outcome of the final litigation. This is just a temporary thing, a temporary order. Okay, essentially. It's not like it wasn't like a final trial. But yeah, on the website, USCIS website, it doesn't refer to the court case. I mean, that was just yesterday. So, okay, so let's see here. Thanks so much. I know there's some guest here. All right, Sammy. By the way, if you're joining the list on guest list on TikTok, please share the channel because then I can see if who's next, essentially. All right, what's going on, Sammy?
Good morning.
Good morning. How can I help you?
So I just got approved for my I-601A case.
Oh, great.
I'm having I don't know, can you give me explanation on, I know next is gonna be preparation for interview, correct?
For your interview abroad, yes. So 601A because
Is it safe to go? Am I okay? Am I gonna be fine?
You're asking $1 million question. I wish I could give that answer confidently, but in general, even before the Trump administration, this is a normal standard process for people who entered America without a visa. Okay, and some people have been able to come back, assuming everything's appropriate and legally sufficient, which for most people it is. Okay, that you can come back. They usually give the visa within about a week. Okay, and when you get that visa, you can come right back in to America. But there are some people from other countries that for example, like Pakistan, they love to give trouble to Pakistanis for some reason. But which country are you a national of?
Mexico.
Okay, I generally no concerns about Mexico with regard to that step.
Alrighty, I
Okay.
appreciate you.
Good luck. Take care.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. But even to be more serious, of course, persons like Sammy and others who I should have asked if she had a lawyer, but if you don't have a lawyer and you're at this step, I definitely suggest it because if shit hits the fan, all right? If shit hits the fan and you're like, damn, who do I contact for advice instead of Googling last minute or in the moment, right? Time is of the essence. So go ahead and share not share, but you can share it. Share the page, all right? If you're on TikTok, YouTube, I don't know how you can share it out during the live show, but go up here. If you're on TikTok or down here, YouTube or TikTok, go ahead and follow, subscribe, save my information because you just don't know when you need it. Okay. So when you click on my green card guys, then you're gonna find this ZAAP link, which I know I'm pointing up on YouTube. You're not like, what the hell am I pointing at? Go here, click on the 3 little dots, and then click on open in browser, right? so you can then save it to your homepage if you have an iPhone. Thank you so much. All right, happy to help. Let's get to. Okay. Chloe. Chloe. Chloe D, how do you ask questions? Are you on YouTube and TikTok? I see two Chloes. What are the chances? Um, if you're on TikTok, you can join as a guest down here. If you're on YouTube, you gotta email in and we can send you the link. Okay. I'll be on the lookout for that one. Alrighty. Joe Wayne 1. You filed the I-130, but it says 18 months. Okay. Well, I think you saw what I was. Chloe DB, you're trying. I don't know why. Sometimes it won't let me. When I click on y'all's names, it won't let me like invite y'all for some reason. Okay. So Joe Wayne, number 1. This here says 17 months. So this box right here. I'll see if I can find that on YouTube. This box right here says 17 months. Okay. There we go. There we go on YouTube. Okay, so so it's a little off on YouTube. I didn't update it here. YouTube says 16 months, but it's really 17 months. All right. So if the processing takes longer than 17 months, then yeah, it's typically ready to file a lawsuit. Okay. But even if it had 15 months, we would still file a mandamus lawsuit right up here. Okay. We would go ahead and do that. So it doesn't necessarily mean we had to exactly wait the timing of what it shows on the USCIS webpage. So if your timing has met that situation, go ahead and contact us. And we'll let you know, even if you think your case is delayed or stuck, put the letter D in the comment section in the chat, okay? And you're welcome to also share like which application or which month and year you filed it. All right, y'all. I'm a little dressed up today. I'll put the tie on later because I do have an interview with USCIS later today. I'm covering for another attorney in a different state, from a different state. You know, sometimes clients move, sometimes y'all move, and you need to know, if you're going to hire a lawyer, you might as well hire an attorney that has a strong network, okay? Now they don't work for me, but we collaborate with them. Okay. So if you have any questions, like this is one of the questions, like you may not live in the same state as where our office is, but you trust us. We appreciate that. But you're like, well, John, what if, you want a lawyer in where you live, like California? I would love to be in California, but look, sometimes the cost to travel and have at least one night hotel. Look, my kids don't want me to go. I'm going to a conference tomorrow morning. They don't want me to go. Okay. But I gotta go. Okay. So, but sometimes it's going to be cost prohibitive. You may not want to pay that for the travel cost. That's okay. I mean, I think you're going to hire an attorney in California. It might be a little higher anyway in New York, but we'll point you in the right direction. Lotte Bridges, or Lot Bridges. Sorry if I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. A judge has messed up my name. And my last name is Ting. I don't know how that happens, but to schedule a meeting, you go to my find the LIK after you click on my name. Oh, Charlotte. Yeah, that was a lot. It's tripping me. It tripped me up. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Right, you have nicknames. Yes, if you're on YouTube, you can ask a question in the chat, okay, or wherever it shows up. How about resident alien card, no expired date? Do you have to renew it because new law now? Generally speaking, I would renew it. Okay, but the thing is, your old alien card, the one now, some of y'all don't know this, but I've seen some resident alien cards, the green card. Okay, I think back then it was not green, if I recall. Has it ever been green? Yeah, it has been green, but for not that long. It's not green now. Anyway, I recommend you to renew it because you just don't want to lose it. Okay. The main thing is you don't lose it, and it's probably frail unless you got it laminated or something, which I'm not sure if you're allowed to do on your own. Let's see. Let me try scroll back up. King Joe, what are the grounds for denial of green card? I can share a couple right now, but that is a good one, good topic for a long form video. Let me type that down. Oh, Chloe, if you're trying to ask a question via YouTube, then you could just post it in the chat. But if you wanna join the live show, email us real quick on what do you call we care at greencardguys.com, and we can send you the link. All right. I try to keep the link consistent, the same. All right, let's see. Adriana, you're trying to reapply through I-130. Are you the one? Are you the one that had some kind of criminal history? Are you the one with the aggravated felony or something? I think so. You definitely want to talk to immigration lawyer before you apply that. Okay? Because if they didn't take your PR card, resident status, then why are you applying for you're applying for your spouse. Is that what you're doing? Adriana, are you applying for your spouse? Okay, yes. Okay. Kiddos, is it safe to travel to Puerto Rico for asylum or green card seekers? Um, it's technically part of the US, so you can. But look, I mean, we get a lot of the same questions, okay? But here's the thing. Sometimes the answers can change over time. I have, based on experience and whatnot. So go ahead and follow, subscribe on your respective channel. But in terms of this question right now, to be able to go to Puerto Rico from the continental United States, right? You can still go there. But please know there's a lot of other things that y'all might not have considered. For example, um, sorry, I got a lot of screens moving around here. The the Real ID Act is coming up, I think May. Let me pull it up here. Okay. All right. If your case is stuck, let me know. May 7th, 2025, Real ID Act. So sometimes it's like other things you need to be concerned about. And in general, if you applied for asylum, you need to, and just in general, uh, yeah, you need to. Okay. So thank you so much for your questions. At this point, if for any further questions, join as a guest, okay? Because I don't want to disrespect y'all. I know there's a lot of people that comment in. If you do have a question at this point, because I have 5 more minutes, okay? Join as a guest if you have a question, okay? Uh, Adriana, that's a bit confusing because if a judge never took away your resident status, then I don't understand why you're trying to reapply for it. Okay, Chloe, you sent the request. Hmm. Okay, let me refresh. Okay, let me see. Huh. Well, hot damn, I don't see your email. You sent the email to request. Okay, it didn't come through yet. Let me check spam just in case. Let me check spam. Okay. If you do want to join a question, it's hard to keep track, y'all, to be honest. Ian. Yeah, May 7th. Thank you, Kiddos. Where is the spam folder? What are y'all up to right now? Y'all working? Put a W in the chat if you're working. And if you're working from home, put a WFM. I'm kind of curious. What is like what are y'all? And also, if you have your own company, if you're an entrepreneur, okay, put the letter E in the comments. E for entrepreneur, okay? Because I wanna let y'all know that you can help people with the American dream, okay? You can help yourself with the American dream if you own your own company, believe it or not. Now, it's not called like startup visa or something, but whether you're here in America right now with a non-American visa and you're wondering, how do you extend your ability to stay? The L visa. You don't have to own the company to do L visa, but it's possible, okay? There, Chloe, you went to spam. I knew it. Okay, that's the YouTube link right there. Damn, now we gotta check our spam all the time. I apologize for everyone else in the past that asked for this. Let me get you out of spam. Okay. If you're on TikTok, you want to join as a guest, it's down below here, I believe, where it says guest. All right. Anyway, there's a video I recorded about L Visa. I'm not sure it's on a playlist, but but I'll record another video about that. Let me write that down in the comments so I don't forget. All right, Chloe, let me bring you on. What's up, Chloe? How can I help you?
Hi. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Hello?
can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, hi. Thank you for
Hi.
helping me, by the way. Really appreciate it.
Sure.
It's a little bit of a long one, so I'll try and skim it as much as possible. But I went over to the US on an ESTA travel visa, and I met my forever, like I met my favorite person. I ended up marrying him just before my ESTA visa finished. I think like on the 89th day.
Mhm.
And since then we have been trying to actually find an attorney to help us with all
Mhm.
the paperwork that we need to.
Mhm.
What actually happened was the relationship got toxic and abusive, both emotionally and physically. So when the physical thing actually happened, I needed to leave. So I freaked out, wanted to leave. The whole time I had been speaking to a friend that I've known through gaming. I told him what happened. He actually came and picked me up, and I told my husband at the time that like we need to get a divorce. So he filed that. He filed the divorce on the 3rd of March. So I arrived in July last year. So he filed the divorce, and then I think I stayed for an extra 3 weeks, and then I've just come home. But what actually happened was that friend, we've always had something, and we actually admittedly told each other that we love each other. Like it was just this thing that just happened, and it fell in our hands. And I want to, like, we spoke about marriage, and I want to marry him, and we want to go through with that. So I don't know what's happening, because if I'm an overstay, but I wasn't an overstay of more than 6 months. So I
Mhm.
think I've just finished before the 180 days. So I don't think I'm going to get barred for 3 years. But would they forgive me because I was in the process of getting, like, we were trying to find an attorney to help us, but then we never processed anything because it started to get abusive, and I left it. And how would it go? Am I able to remarry and apply for everything that I need to be able to live with him?
Um, Thank you for sharing. Okay, yeah, that's a good. This is a good one
Yeah,
for
I've
you to be
also already
on the
applied
channel.
for.
Okay, so let me clarify some things or verify. So
Yeah,
you're outside America now, and
yeah.
so you said you're less than 180 days or more of
I
unlawful
think
presence.
I the way I calculate it, I'm just under 180 days of the overstay, so I
Okay,
shouldn't be barred for 3 years. But I'm not sure. Do they
okay.
classify it from the day that you walk in, or after your 90 days is ended for your visa?
The 90th day essentially, or
The
90
night. Okay, then I should be okay. I shouldn't be barred for 3 years
6 months,
then.
about 6 months. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, and our team can verify that for you. But in the event that it's less than 180 days, so 179 or less
Yeah.
of unlawful presence, and technically by law, you're not required to file a waiver. But even if you had to file a waiver, 601 application, that would be after the petition's approved and after you have the visa interview. Because at the visa interview is when the consular officer would determine, oh, I see here that you were outside more than 180 days, right? Or I mean, in the U.S. for more than 180 days unlawful presence. So that's where we would need to be prepared and clarify that. So
Okay.
even though it seems clear on the information, but your flight ticket or however you got back, some kind of ticket, some kind of evidence, we would need to prepare it in advance.
Yeah. So
Okay.
they've changed my ESTA visa from approved to pending, from approved to authorized pending. So I think they believe I'm an overstay with no reason. Would that be true? Like,
Well, even I don't know why they change statuses like that,
Mhm.
but even as a case, at the end of the day, you didn't, based on what you said, it's not more than 180 days.
Yeah,
So
and I was married. So does that help that we were trying to find a
that
solution?
part does not help,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Okay, bugger. Okay then. So
Okay.
if it's would I be able to still, once the divorce is final, get remarried and go through the application? Would they flag it as I'm trying to be unfaithful or not true in the relationship because I've gone from one to another so quickly?
No, they wouldn't do that. And did your spouse file the first one?
Yeah.
File the application?
No, we never got to file the application.
Okay. Then that's not suspicious. Okay, even if you had filed an application, that's not necessarily suspicious. We prepare our clients with the truthful information and provide peace of mind so you feel organized and confident going into the interview. Okay, when that happens, but you need to apply sooner than later. Your
Yeah.
or when your new spouse, you're gonna get married, or you're gonna do fiance visa.
We're gonna get married, so I'm just waiting for the divorce to finalize, and then we're gonna get married.
Okay, so there's a lot of people that mention that, like waiting for divorce to finalize, and you're outside America, so check the county website, whichever county he lives, and make sure do you know if it's like at least started?
It's 60 days before it goes to the court or the judge. I have to wait 60 days.
Okay, so it's one of those things you got to put on a calendar, right, for yourself, even though
Yeah,
you're not in the
I've got
U.S.
that.
Be like,
Yeah.
hey, buddy, can you
Okay.
get it done? This way, unfortunately, I have to play a little friendly to some
Yeah.
extent to say, hey, can you get this done? And don't tell him why, because he's
Mm.
not gonna. The
Uh,
is not gonna
uh,
expedite to help you, right?
mm.
So, and this is how you can help show you're helping out, right? It's like, you know what, I'm not gonna contest or anything. I'm happy to sign it for you.
Yeah, it's uncontested. We've already done all that. It's already uncontested.
Perfect, perfect. Okay. Um,
Okay.
all right.
I've already paid the $5 to try and get a consultation so that way I can speak more and we can go that way. I'm just waiting on you guys to get back to me and we can go that way as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me clarify that for y'all. A couple things. Thank you. First, thank you so much for considering and signing or paying that amount. Um, less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks. So that is the first clarifying point, and that's not with me. That's not with attorney. That's with one of our client care specialists.
Okay.
They'll share more information, how we get shit done for our clients. Excuse my French. And then, but if you do want to speak more with me, you're or one of our attorneys, you're welcome to. But it comes at 3-digit. But really,
Yeah.
once you sign up, then our meetings with attorneys is included.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye bye. Alrighty. So appreciate everyone. Let's see. Shimmer and shine. Any successful H-1B self-employed registration selections? We didn't have any this year. Maybe just because not enough word was out there about that. Did you try that shimmer and shine? But I do recommend that for the future. Next March, if you have your own company, you don't have status in America, then you can register for H-1B. Okay, that's the very first step for the register for the lottery. All right. We had a very high percentage of people get selected. Very fortunately, I don't think that's just got a little excited. Okay. Trace Lady, under Trump administration, is it process times longer for I-130? It so happens to be longer. Yes, it so happens to be longer. Is it because of Trump? I don't know. I don't know for sure. I'm not one of those people that would just say, "Oh, it's because of that president." Okay. The eggs didn't go up because of Trump. Okay. But he certainly do it. Well, did it? Okay. But anyway, if you want insights, if you just joined a live show and you're like, damn, John is about to leave, and you ask the question, go ahead and click on the name to follow and click the bell for future notifications. And your YouTube, subscribe down below. All right. I appreciate it. I know there's a lot of people out there, a lot of immigration lawyers, but if you want an attorney that cuts straight to the chase, okay, no fluff, we go straight to the chase, answer your questions. This is the channel. If I am not able to answer your question, I'll just let you know. All right. I'm not going to go through all this fluff and then tell you, oh, I can't answer your question. All right. Top Boss Unique, 765. It depends on your category. So basically the reason for the 765. But let me see if we can pull it up real quick. And you know what I'll do for y'all? I had a video about this maybe a couple years ago, how to check the status, but I'll re-record it so y'all are equipped with the tools and know what to do. Because you don't have to hang out here in a live show to know to wait for me. Well, I hate to assume this, but let's just assume it's based on marriage or family based. And I need to know the service center. So that's why it takes a bit more time. Hey, if you're in California service center, it says 6 months, 80% of cases. National Benefits Center says 3.5 months. And Nebraska for the work permit, I'm talking about the work permit right now. Where Nebraska service center is 5.5. Okay. All righty. All right, so I see a lot of questions. Thank you so much. Wesley Zach 2, marriage-based GC, I-130 approved last September. Okay, that's great. 45, 765, 131 still pending. What can you do? But when did you file it, Wesley? When did you file the case in general? If it's been more than 15 months, then we can file a mandamus lawsuit. Mara Guribix, how many months you will wait to get an interview letter? So if it's a marriage case, it could be about 12 months. Some cases that we got interview in the past, like 3 months, January to now, March, they've been pending on average about 5 months. Okay, so those are cases filed under Biden administration. So, but generally speaking, under Trump, I would just expect it to take at least 12 months if it's adjustment of status. Look, if the foreign national, the immigrant is abroad, outside America, I would expect it overall to take all the steps at least 2 years. And I know y'all don't like to hear that, but you need to know the truth, okay? Because I have heard about we've had a couple clients, unfortunately, the relationship just didn't last that long, okay? They prefer to be in person, and I get it, okay? I acknowledge that. Long distance relationship is difficult. But you got to be fucking committed, okay? You got to be committed whether you hire an attorney or not, because you're paying money into this thing, okay? So of course, but it's one of those things, of course, that you don't want to just continue the relationship because you put money into it, right? Like, but the thing is, well, maybe some of y'all do that, but here's the thing: the government, regardless of political party, regardless of red stripe, blue stripe, purple. It would be nice to see purple up there someday, but regardless of political stripe, they don't want to help you, okay? We secure your legal status to live and work in America legally because the government doesn't care. But we care about you guys, okay? We will help you. Now, we will even help you to the extent that let's first verify if you're even eligible in the first place. So, that is what this box is for, okay? This option with our client care team, they can help you. And here's our number. It's not cut off. There it is. Let's see here. Chuck D215. You left the country for 10 days after the interview. Will that be an issue for oath ceremony? No, not necessarily. Unless, I mean, I don't know how many days you traveled outside America before then, but that doesn't necessarily affect you. Tanae, can you travel if you have a detention certificate in your green card holder? I don't know what a detention certificate is. Like a criminal disposition record or something? Is that what you mean? Disposition document, which by the way, you don't have to copy and paste your questions. I can see them in general. It's really because look, if it's good for the algorithm, sure, but I don't think so. I think it's just for me on my side, it pushes it down on TikTok so that I can't see everyone else's questions. And then imagine me having to scroll more because of copy and pasting. Okay, Khalil, so you're giving me a workout. Khalil Gibran 030. You applied for your wife overseas for I-130 March 2024. Is it a normal wait or waiting time? Yeah, it's 12 months, 12, 13 months for you so far. It's still normal. Mellow Sammy Joe. This person said, no, have no offense, just enter any country legally, period. Oh, how nice. That's nice. That's nice. Thanks. Thanks for the update. This Sammy Joe person. This Sammy Joe person said just enter the country legally. Okay, wish it was that simple. But in all seriousness, that's one of the reasons why I'm here on a live show. If you're outside America and you want to know the different options, you can continue joining a live show, follow for more, and click on this on my link, and then click on this option, the webinar. Okay. Hergy said, bro, you sent 100 questions. Well, that's what the dude. This is what I'm telling everyone. This right here is gratis, is free, right? So if you want my attention, here's a couple ways. It's not, honestly, it's not commenting your question because everyone has a question, right? I no longer go in order all day because that's why we have some housekeeping rules. For y'all that copy and paste, please don't do that. It doesn't help the situation because I have to scroll up and down more. Join as a guest. TikTok made it easy for y'all and me. Join as a guest. I allow that. I don't a lot of attorneys don't do that. I don't know why. Some are afraid. But I'll tell y'all straight. If I can't answer a question, I'll just tell you. Some attorneys don't like not knowing the answer or showing that they don't know the answer. But I'll tell y'all, if I don't know the answer, I'll tell you. Like the case about TPS, like, yeah, I read an article about it, but I need to read the case. And that just came out like yesterday. Tiana, after your interview, you were advised you'll be recommended for green cards. You just wait. I got no mail. Yeah, you have no other option, Tiana. Unless it's been at least 15 months after your case was filed, then we can consider filing a lawsuit. Now, look, I say 15 months after filed because some of y'all got interview in 5 months, 6 months, and then you waited like 2 months. So generally, that would be 7 to 8 months, and it's still not 15 months. So last October, yeah. So it's still fairly recent without doing the formal math. Okay. Deandra, that is true. Gone are the days when a petition I-130 was less than a year. Y'all gotta get that out of your minds. It's not gonna be 1 year or less anymore. Okay. I wouldn't say necessarily because it's Trump, but I mean the Trump administration does not want y'all to have legal status. Again, we secure here at Green Card Guys, we secure your legal status to live and work in America legally because the government doesn't care. Okay. But we do. So if you don't know if something's normal, contact us. Okay, Wesley, you sent it in January 2024. So yeah, that was a year and 3 months. A year and 3 months for you. So what? 15 months. Okay, okay, Wesley. So let's talk. Let's contact my office. Okay. All right. Look, y'all, I really appreciate y'all's time. If you've been on the channel, whether YouTube, TikTok, for more than 2 minutes on this channel, whether you're conservative or not, okay, I accept all people. It doesn't matter what color your political stripe or you don't have any color. It's okay. Go ahead and follow, subscribe, click the bell for future notification. We want to help you all out. I'm here to educate, share insights, point you in the right direction. Okay? There's no obligation to sign up with us. But let me put it this way. Some people contact us and they should have contacted us earlier. And some people contact us like several times and they should have signed up earlier because they got themselves in a little pickle. Okay. They may have had 2 interviews. And some people think, oh, like, I have the marriage certificate. I have a couple bank statements, check statements, like, no big deal, right? Some people, the cases have some nuances. Okay. It's not necessarily in the checklist type thing. Okay. USCIS tends to, how do I put it lightly? Discriminate. Oh, I'm sorry. Scrutinize some cases because of the country of nationality. Okay. AKA the way they look. Okay. So you really want to be careful. At least talk to a lawyer. At least one lawyer, an immigration attorney that focuses on immigration law. Okay. And yes, a lawyer, not a notary, not a paralegal. Buyer beware. Okay. All right, so let's see here. In Hergey's question, I was trying to find Hergey's question. I didn't even see it. But yeah, I review these requests for meetings when they even meet with my associate and not necessarily me. And I'm like, bro, you waited like not enough time. Some people contact us and it's like 3 days before the interview. Sometimes like three days ago, and then you got to file the reply to notice of intent to deny. That's difficult, y'all. That's difficult. We want to help everyone, but we can't help everyone when you don't give us that much time to help you. So the earlier the better. All right, Alam, 10-year green card, 2 misdemeanors. You've always traveled before you get stopped at custom. Is it okay to travel? No, I cannot tell you that. Look, if anyone is a resident and has an arrest record, has a criminal record, you need to contact the office. You need to pay for a strategy session. Technically for a full deep dive review, it costs it costs 4 digits, okay? Because we've had some clients. We've had some clients travel back and forth, go to France, go to Canada, wherever the heck it is, Mexico, Argentina. And then they come back. Everything was okay. Like 5 times, 10 times. And then the 6th time, the next time, they got pulled in. Okay, they got pulled in for more questioning, secondary inspection, and then some people get a referral to immigration court. You don't want to be that person that, damn, hot damn, should have talked to immigration lawyer, got a deep dive review on the criminal record, see how it can affect you on immigration consequences. Okay, because if you had a criminal defense lawyer, bless them all. Okay, some of y'all, maybe not y'all, but other people, depended on the criminal defense lawyer to provide immigration advice. I don't know why some people do that. Not you. I don't know why some people do that and then assume the criminal defense lawyers should know the immigration consequences. No, you got to talk to understand the immigration consequences of crimes. First, you should talk to an immigration lawyer. And number 2, you should talk to the immigration lawyer before you sign and do the plea deal. Okay. Like as soon as you get that offer, that's the best time. But shoulda, woulda, coulda. Now let's say you got a plea deal or you got it on your record now. And yes, if you got probation, but it got dismissed after, it's still on your record. Okay. Okay, off my little advice there. All right. If you want to know our phone number on TikTok, it's right up here. If you're on YouTube, let me see if I can put it up right there. That's one of our numbers. All right. All right. If you have a pending case, put the letter P. Put the letter P. If your case is delayed, put the letter D in the comment section, the chat. Okay. Thanks, Maverick. Happy to help. But it's up there on YouTube. That's one of them. Okay. I could put my other one. But yeah, if your case is pending, whether you have an attorney or not, okay, please know one of the things we do here, one of our services, is to file a lawsuit against the government. Trump's not going to like it, but we do it. We file lawsuits. It doesn't matter who the president is. The government has already revealed themselves for the longest time. Y'all just don't know it, though. Y'all don't know that U.S. immigration agencies, USCIS, Department of State, they don't care about your legal status. Yeah, some people can be friendly. That's human nature, right? But the process, the workflow, the agency does not care to help people. Okay. It's like going to your county clerk and asking them legal questions. They're not going to help you. The best thing they do is tell you, sorry, I can't answer legal questions. Then you got to hire an attorney or at least have a strategy session, consultation. Okay. It's because they don't want the liability. All right. Now, but this is what we do. We've been suing the government day after day for delays and denials. So if you find yourself in a little pickle and you get the situation, do not hesitate to call at least any immigration attorney. Y'all just get frozen and don't do anything. You gotta contact at least an immigration attorney. Of course, it'll be our pleasure to assist you. Bami Dell, our immigrant Instagram handle is, what is it? At Green Card Guys. Our Instagram handle is Green Card Guys. Thank you so much for asking, because apparently on this platform right here, we got a couple days left. Apparently, okay. David MQ. So that's a bit of a tricky one, even though you withdrew your asylum application. And here's the deal. I know you probably want to see your family members. Okay, if you have an asylum, you had an asylum case, but now you're considering to withdraw it, or you're going to withdraw it, or you have, I mean, and you're withdrawing it because you have resident status now, maybe through marriage case to U.S. citizen, whatnot, and you're thinking like, can I go ahead and just travel to back to your home country nationality? I mean, no one's going to stop you, but you're wondering the consequences, right? Expect a couple possible things, especially under Trump administration. If somehow the system, because I've never seen the system with the customs show right under this computer screen, but I have a pretty good idea. Okay, if it shows that you had an application before and they see that you went back to your country, if I were a customs officer, I'm not impersonating, I don't want to get a federal crime against me. It would, they could ask, well, why did you go back? And then it can go a little further and ask you, well, do you no longer have fear of your country simply because you got the green card through your spouse? Like suddenly you're not fearful of your country? You just gotta be, and look, I'm not trying to give you a hard time. You just gotta be ready for those kind of questions. And maybe you do have an answer, because this is what we're trying to prevent. We're trying to prevent the Trump administration from reviewing your case again, and also reviewing if you have credibility issues. Okay. Some immigration attorneys won't tell you this. They won't tell you don't travel. I'm not telling you don't travel necessarily, but you want to be mindful, okay, to understand that situation. All right, hopefully that helps. Man, we are dropping a lot of knowledge here. I mean, we as in green card guys, of course. um, um, look, we're here to share. We're here to share information. Look, I mean, um, so don't be afraid. Don't hesitate to DM us. Okay, you can't do that on YouTube, but you can do that on TikTok. But please know, it's not always me responding. It's one of my team members. Okay, I can't respond to everyone. I wish I could. All right. So it's my it's my pleasure to assist you and guide you individually. If you want to speak with me directly, okay, then you're welcome, David. The way to do that is this way. Oops, there we go. It's a paid strategy session. That's 3 digits. No, it's not the one up here. These pricing right here. Sorry, YouTubers, you can't see what I'm pointing at. This is for right here. Okay, the pre-qualified session. Now that you got to read our Google reviews. Okay, it's 4.9999 stars. We really try our best to do the best we can, provide the best customer service for everyone. Sometimes a bit difficult. We can't make every single person happy. It's just the way it works, the human nature, okay? But really try our best, and you can tell that from the reviews. Just like you find a restaurant, the first thing you do is go to Google, right? You're going to check the reviews. You should do that for an attorney, whether it's our team or someone else. Stobo, are all 485 applications based on asylee status or refugee being paused, or just some of them? I I don't know. They didn't clarify that in the memo, but I'm going to lean on that they're going to pause. And when I say pause, they're still, from my understanding, I could be wrong. I don't work for USCIS. When I read the word pause in this scenario, it can mean two different things. Behind closed doors, they literally mean pause, like stop processing the 485 for people in that situation. But it did say that the reason for the pause is to review the factual history again of the basis for asylum. They shouldn't do that. They need to review the regulations themselves. They need to review the law on that, okay? However, there have been some stories of people. There's a reason for this, though. There's actually a reason for this. I have heard of USCIS revoking asylee status for some people in the past, and it's one of those situations that they may have heard that one professional that wrote the story. So if you have a lawyer, or you have if you have some other professional that says, "Hey, don't worry, we got you. We're gonna write the story for you," that's a red flag. Okay. In the years I've done this, in every presidency since Obama, uh, I never really thought that any case has been easy. I mean, there's a couple here and there, but most cases are not a walk in the park. Okay. All right. So, all right, we got Heather on. Let's get Heather on TikTok. This is probably my last guess. I'm gonna hop off. What's going on, Heather?
Hey, let me see how I'm gonna turn my video on here. So I just ran into you. So I'm in a situation. I know you probably don't know a lot about the humanitarian parole thing, but I recently just got married. So as far as I know, in the letter that we've got, he has to deport on the 24th of April. My thing is, I'm really not so much asking about the humanitarian part because it's pretty much set in stone. So my next thing is, what steps do I need to do to start, I guess, the green card process to get it to where it kind of like pauses, I guess, where he has to leave?
So first, congratulations on your marriage, and then the second thing is you can apply I-130 application and 485 based on parole.
Okay.
However, please know there's a recent, I guess you can call it, memo from USCIS that said they're going to no, the pause on the 485 is, there was a memo about trying to stop these cases, 485 based on a parole. We've been sharing more information by email, so I can share that with you if you like for clarification. Yes. But in general, I would still apply at least the I-130, okay? Because when you get to a judge, or if for some reason he's picked up, God forbid, but he's picked up by ICE, and then he has to go to court later on, then you can show proof that at least you filed something. It's not an 100% saving grace, but at least depending on the judge, they might show a little grace. Okay, we'll just reschedule for the next court date, like 3 months later, 6 months later. So, yeah, I guess contact my office to see if we can take a look at this situation. Okay. Thanks, Heather. Thank you. Well, that's cool. The feed, the FY feed, what is it called? That FYP? The feed works. She just found us. Oh, I should have asked her to follow for more. All right, okay. One more person, Michael. Let's get Michael on. Maverick, I see you. I'll get to you.
Good afternoon.
What's up, Michael? Welcome.
Thank you. Please, I'm speaking from Ghana, right?
Okay.
Yes, I've been married to a US, she's a Black American, right? But we've already filed for the I-130. We've passed through, they've approved our case. We moved to the MVC. I've been documentally qualified. I'm waiting for my degree, but I don't know how long does it takes with this one.
When did you get that DQ'd or document complete? The email?
Yeah, document qualified. Yes.
When did you get that email? Which month?
Yes, please. Yeah, I got the email and they were telling me that I've been documentally qualified and they have to work in hand with the Ghana embassy for them to schedule my appointment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I want to know mostly how long does it take for the appointment date?
Usually at least 6 months. Okay. It's not because anyone's case is bad or good. It takes at least 6 months.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Because when my wife checked, he said they had a backlog in Ghana, so mostly the appointment they can take like 2 years.
Maybe. I mean, it could, but at least 6 months. So how long have you been waiting since document complete email or qualified email?
That was December. Last year, December.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you got some more time. Yeah, I don't know why it takes, but what is your case? Based on marriage to U.S. citizen?
Yes, based on marriage to US citizen.
Mhm. So
And
yeah.
secondly, I want to ask you, like when my case wasn't being approved, I decided to come for a visit. So right now that I'm waiting for my interview. Should I still go for the visit visa? Should I still go for it, or it's not necessary?
Did you apply for it? Do you have the visitor visa right now?
Yes, I have the appointment, but I don't know whether now that I'm still waiting for my immigration interview. I don't know whether probably I should still go for the visit visa interview. I don't know. Because now she wanted me to come for a visit before they approve the I-130, and
Uh-huh.
that was last year. Yeah.
So you did have I'm trying to follow you. You did have an interview? You did not have an interview yet for the visitor visa.
Yeah, I have an interview coming on this month, 16th of this month.
Okay.
So I want to know, now that I'm waiting for my I-130, like I'm waiting for my appointment date, should I still go for the visitor visa interview, or is not necessary?
You're likely gonna get visa refused, aka in this situation denied. Mhm. Because you're already married, right? It's based on marriage?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that wouldn't be necessary for me to go for the visit visa interview, right? I should still wait for the actual one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can withdraw it. It's not necessarily a negative thing if you do get refused, but if you want to try, you can. The thing is, here's another reason I'm on a live show. Okay, is that you can apply to maybe get sponsored by a company, or you can start a company in your country. There's a couple options. There's two related to the L visa. You can start your own company in your country, in Ghana, for example, and then eventually, when it's been 1 year at least, you can start the expansion for another company that you own. This company in Ghana that owns it in, let's say, Texas, where I am. Okay. Or maybe the company and then you work for at least, it could be any state. You work for at least a year in this company that you own, or you could be working for someone else's company in Ghana and then transfers you to America. That gets you to America sooner, y'all. Look, L visa or other visas, non-immigrant visas, have a premium processing. Consider it like the Disney Rapid Pass. It's a pretty penny though. It's almost $3,000 just for the quick processing, 15 business days. Meanwhile, y'all are waiting like 1 year, 2 years, a hell of a long time. So if you truly want to come to America sooner, you would think more outside the box and follow our game plan. I mean, we thought outside the box for you guys. We got the game plan. Go to my LINK, go to the webinar. That's one way to learn more about it, or just schedule a strategy session. We can get individualized information and advice for you guys, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Michael. Take care.
Very much.
All right, y'all. Maverick, I got your question. You're asking about your cousin. Seems like a similar situation was an auntie or niece that was on that went viral. But yeah, if he decided to leave, did he actually leave? Yeah, I mean it will be a problem. It likely will be a problem if he has convictions. What do you mean? What do you mean leave voluntarily? Like he doesn't want to come back? Maybe Maverick. Maybe you should have your cousin contact us, schedule a strategy session just in case. Okay. Hopefully he didn't leave yet. All right, y'all. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You know what to do. For follow, subscribe, click the bell. Y'all take care. Peace.